Hi guys, it's me, just Livingston again, and for this video that I will be dedicating to the Dragon Ball Z vlogs on my channel, I shall be covering episode 20 of season 2 of this great show. And the name of the episode is Destination Guru. Yeah, I put it like that because Krillin and Gohan set out to find Elder Guru to unlock Gohan's power. And Krillin says that because he's part Saiyan from Goku and part human from Chi-Chi, that he has a very good amount of hidden potential. Boy, if only he knew how right he was with all of that. But Elder Guru can only do so much, so it's like a little little drop in the ocean compared to what he has. Like a big, deep reservoir at this point. But, unfortunately, that's about it that we see of them. I'm dead serious. This is primarily a Bulma episode. I'm dead serious on that too, because, there's aliens trying to get the wolves wish for eternal life. There's a guy named Goku coming over to rescue everybody. But we're gonna focus on this girl and her adventure trying to save her precious Dragon Ball from being crushed. Now, it's very funny because we open up in a very tranquil type environment with Bulma and the little crevasse there hiding from Vegeta and the rest of the people that want to get the Dragon Balls for themselves. And much later on, we'll find out that it's all for naught because Frieza sent out for the Ginyu Force, which is a very powerful assassin type character that is very, very powerful. So in any case, right now, we see that she's likely taking a nice little nappy nap in between some big rocks and for protection and all that. And she gets a little vision, a dream about Vegeta coming there and being all pissed off and angry. Just like we like our Vegeta. But the funny thing is that all during this whole nightmare scenario there, which is revealed to be a dream sequence more or less, we actually see that Vegeta's hell-bent on destroying her, even though she's a helpless woman and she told him that the Dragon Ball is right there, right next to him. But he doesn't care, he just wants to destroy her. Now, this could be foreshadowing to when they get together that he's gonna destroy her in another way. I have no idea how that is. I'll leave that to your imaginations. But what's very funny is that his eyes, that glowing pink eyes, which in the future after she called him homeboy for whatever reason. I have no idea why she called him homeboy, but after she called him homeboy, he donned the infamous Batman pink shirt, of which unfortunately I saw a cosplayer at the New York City Comic Con with that same outfit on, the Batman t-shirt on, but I couldn't get it done in time. I wanted to take a picture of him so bad, but I couldn't do it. There was just too many people around. So anyway, I find that funny. It's kind of like a foreshadowing. Plus, that's going to be the only time in this episode that the bad man, the pink thing, be considered bad. And we see that the real Vegeta is over there protecting his little brood of Dragon Balls, like six of them. Yes, six of them at this point, like a chicken protecting her nest. It's very funny because the balls are huge, so he just sits on them, protecting them, because he realized that because Gohan had that dragon radar, he can locate all six of them at once. So it's bad for Vegeta to leave for 1 second to go find the little punk ass. But you can't wait because you have to leave the area to find that one last ball. But yet, if you leave that ball, the other ones can be found by either Gohan or Frieza and his men. But speaking of which, Frieza is pissed. And pissed off at Vegeta, pissed off at anybody. So what did Frieza do? He launches random fireballs at them. He it's over there, it's over there, it's over there. And they're all pink. Well, the shots are pink. Kind of like a proto Majin Buu type of thing. Because he's also a pink bad guy. Which is funny. Because I guess Toriyama, when he wrote this, made out that all pink things were supposed to be bad and evil and all of that. Kind of funny actually, but anyway. I find it interesting the way Frieza actually does the firing. Because it's not like he does where he pow 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 pow. Like anybody else would do. But he does it in a kind of lazy way too. He does it where he's perfectly still and he charges up from behind him, like just behind him, and it circles around his backside to his front side, so it comes together kind of like a rib cage, and then bursts forward, and then goes forward. So we never actually see him do that attack again for anybody. And it seems rather random and kind of weird because Frieza at this point, or at any point, doesn't realize that the Dragon Balls are invincible. They can't be destroyed unless the guy that created them dies. So, for all he knows, he could be launching these chi bombs or these power bombs at the balls and destroying them. So that's kind of reckless for him to do that. Especially if you want eternal life. So let's see here. So you shoot these balls out, and I could swear to God that the balls were like Union Force, because Union Force are in the same pods that have like a quick little roof seal of water behind them and stuff. Well, it's a good effect we had the week of these power blasts coming at them. So that's pretty cool that they showed the week right after the actual power bomb goes over the surface of water. I actually like that a lot. And I like when they detonate over land and stuff. It makes a whole big kaboom. I read that just shows the depth of his power. Not even a shot. He can generate a huge bada boom. And it's really potent and real powerful. So anyway, Now for the main focus of this episode. Goku. Yeah, Goku's actually doing more powerful punches and powerful kicks at 1 times gravity, which is awesome good. But now comes the real powerful test of doing a Kamehameha blast at himself. To prove it is invincibility against his own attack. Now, I can see how this is important to show your durability against a powerful attack like that, but in practice it really doesn't make much sense in matter, because when he does so, he shoots a bullet of 3 Kamehameha waves at himself that go around in a big circle around the main core of the ship. But the thing is that he's in which Frieza is pissed off that Vegeta actually destroyed the power core of his ship too, besides doing the Dragon Balls. So back to Goku. Goku is shoot these bullies at himself, and it's on purpose, because sure, yeah, you can detonate against yourself and all that, and he does survive by doing the Superman pose and that kind of thing. But what's really funny is that when he does so, he does it 100 times of gravity. So to me, that's kind of stupid. That's kind of like there's no real point to having him doing it at 100 times of gravity, because he would still suffer the same amount of damage, the same amount of stoppage power if it were 100 times gravity, or if it were 1 time gravity. So it's really not that big of a deal, but because the power is so, I guess, and because in the past, when he shot the Kamehameha blast at the rope, it kind of fizzled out to show his endurance and his stamina going up high. And also, I like the way the room in the core area is all worn out, the tiles are worn out, the domed walls kind of like scuffed up and stuff. So it shows that he's had some wear on himself in the environment around him. Same goes for his that the gi is actually torn up in pieces on the floor, and his person and stuff like that. So it shows that it's been tough on him during the past couple days. And there's only 2 more days left until he actually arrives on the planet Namek to help out his friends. So let's see here. Now let's get on to Miss Boba. Miss, every time I see Vegeta, I get wet. And let's see here. She's concerned that because Frieza is pissed off and lobbing all the power blast everywhere, that the bull will eventually roll away, and it does. So when it rolls away into the water. Now, at least this shows the balls are going to be clean whenever they use by whoever they're going to use them. And I always hate it when you use dirty balls. That's my big fear. That when the balls are being used, they're gonna be filthy. So anyway, they show the balls. They show the ball get blown away. And by the way, I like that. I like when they have the ball in the water. I like the color change of it. So anyway, they show the ball going in the water, and then she freaks out because the water goes into like a deep shelf. So she figured, it's safe there. It's safe on the edge of this abyss. Because let the other guys get it. Let's go on and try and get it. Don't make it because I'll get wet. And, I'm a girl, so I hate to go into knee deep water for something survivable. So then the thing goes into goes into deep big water because of the blast screen, like earthquakes and whatnot. So it goes into the water, and she has to go get it. She has to go fetch it out of the water, which is a kind of common theme in Dragon Ball, where you gotta get the Dragon Balls out of like a watery abyss. So she gets into the submersible, a capsule core submersible, of course, and the ball is picked up by a something that resembles Loch Ness monster. And at first when I saw it, I was like, what the hell name is that thing from the Super Mario Bros. 64 game? It was based on Loch Ness monster, so I guess Nessie. I think we call it Nessie. So anyway, Nancy ends up dropping the ball, quite literally in the water, in the deeper water. She goes to get it, and then she finds a shiny object which attracts her attention, and turns out to be a pearl. And it's funny that I would never think of Miss Bulma as liking these, but apparently she likes pearl necklaces because she has a little vision of her with a giant pearl necklace. Don't make too much into that, but giant pearl necklace with a giant pearl the size of the Dragon Ball on her person in a fancy dress with women. So anyway, you go to get the pearl first, rather than the actual incalculably valuable object she was meant to protect. She decided to get this giant pearl, and she can't do it because it's attached to something. So when she tried to yank it out, it turns out that was set for some kind of drain, and the drain actually pulled in the Dragon Ball down below, and the Dragon Ball ends up on a giant crab. So my first instinct, if I see a giant crab, is, where's the butter? I want my butter. So then this crab decided to try to defend the ball for some reason, and Bulma is in the submersible, and the eyes glow red on the thing, and it's in attack mode to try to attack Bulma in this submersible, and she tried to find the escape pod, the escape pod capsule. So she finds it right as the giant crab is about to destroy her submarine, and she escapes right in the nick of time. So turns out that right as the crab is about to kill her in the little pod there, which looks like something you would see in the Red Ribbon Army, it's revealed that she had to stop everything and get down on the ground and shut up and let the little bubbles on the back hatch. Turns out that those are little baby crabs. Each little baby crab is about the size of the bubble's head. So them's good eating right there. And Spice doesn't make a life trick about that. Now, whether it's a form of foreshadowing that moment with this mother crab and she just defending her babies, or if it's just a coincidence. But kind of weird that in the future, Bulma herself will become a mother, comes to for her Trunks, and then later on Bola, Bola. So anyway, during this little molding / hatching thing, which reminded me of my own dear sweet mother. That's how my mother would. That's how my mother. How I was born from my mother. I wasn't born. I was hatched like baby crabs. So anyway, besides eating a whole lot more butter, Bulma ends up going to save the mama crab from a giant pillar of rock that's going to come crashing down on her. And she realized that the mama was just protecting the babies. And so she takes the Dragon Ball as like a reward type of thing. But you kind of funny because, the mama crab doesn't realize that Bulma is just after a Dragon Ball. Something that crab wouldn't know what to do with anyway. So, how would the crab realize that she's retrieving something that wasn't part of her to begin with? For all the mother knows, she could just be going there for a tasty meal or something out of the baby. Also, this little thing would be considered filler because it's never referenced ever again. Even when Goku makes a spirit bomb to kill Frieza, even when they show that the entire planet gets destroyed and everything on Earth and then it gets blown to pieces too, which is kind of waste. But at the same time, I guess the crab really does get boiled and cooked alive, doesn't it? So anyway, it's also important to know that during the fight with Bulma, before it freezes, it uses bubble beacon to blind her. So that's kind of funny. Either that or Brian wanted to. In any case, before it used to use crab hammer, just crab hammer away. So anyway, Bulma ends up retrieving the Dragon Ball, surfaces, and then she gets ambushed by some Frieza's men, and she gets dragged over to Frieza's spaceship. And that's the end of it. The ball is assumed to be part of Frieza's collection again. Wait, I don't know if that ball was even part of its collection, but anyway, it is now. And I don't know if I don't remember if Frieza actually met up with Bulma herself, but they assume that the men assume that she's with Vegeta because of her association. I think that maybe that could be a little foreshadowing too, but just a mistaken identity, I guess. Anyway, I enjoyed this episode, even though the crab and the fight the fight with Google Train, kind of like a console thing. It was kind of nice, you know, but it was nice to see a episode that wasn't dedicated to the main cast character like Vegeta, Goku, Krillin, Gohan, and the others, and Super Marion too. And but it was interesting. It was also nice to see some of the indigenous lights in that too. But it was weird that they paralleled us, you know, in the crabs and the Loch Ness monster thing pretty well to what we have here on Earth. Only bigger. I have no idea how that happened, but I guess evolution did a double take. Anyway, I thank you for watching my video on the the 20th episode of season the 20th episode of season 2 of this wonderful show, Dragon Ball Z, called Destination Guru. A much better name than, say, Destination Unknown. And I give this episode a happy face seal of approval because it's awesome. It's also funny to see Vegeta just stand there like a chicken nest. But speaking of which, he wants to wish for eternal life to defeat Frieza. But the thing is that Frieza is so much more powerful than Vegeta ever will be so far. So basically, if he gets eternal life, it would be basically like an annoying gnat that you can't kill. Because it won't be powerful enough to actually inflict any damage to Frieza. So he'll be basically an annoying little speedy little gnat. I mean, he'll be able to defeat all the King Force people. But Frieza's so much more powerful than the other guys that it doesn't make much sense. Anyway, if you guys like what you're seeing here and you want to support my channel, then we like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel. You can also contact me for future information by calling me or texting me at 631-707-3707. Or you can follow me on Facebook or Twitter Twitter or X at PNelsonPro. My email is jjsviewingchannel@gmail.com. So, if you guys like the anime and stuff, in the name of the Akira, the Goku, the Holy Kamehameha, Amen. And let's see what else is there. Peace out, my brothers and sisters. I'll see you in the next video. All you girls and guys and gentlemen. Sayonara, Auf Wiedersehen, ciao, ciao.